Welcome to Teachings from the Masters with Daryl Shaun Price.
Hi, welcome. So glad you're here. I want to talk about a concept we brought up quite a few times in other episodes. And that is the idea that you're doing one of two things at any moment of your life. You're either listening or you're struggling. And here's the beauty of that. And the reason I wanted to talk about it today is I want to dig a little deeper. Because everything that exists, everything you experience through your senses, everything that is a part of all the external in your life is a reflection of who you are. What you experience is a reflection of the energy that is flowing through you, the vibration that you have right now, and it is showing you what your vibration is. So I want to dig deeper on this listening, because I think a lot of times when people think of the word listening, they think of, I'm just waiting to hear some sign or signal or some inspiration, and until then I'm enduring this outside life. No, listen to the outside life that you've created. You are the master. 100% you are the master. You are here to create. And you've already created based on the energy and the vibration and the frequency that you've been emitting. So listen to that creation. And that can come in subtle little things. You'll have a moment that feels really good. Oh, that means that's in alignment. Lean in and put attention into that. Oh, you got a moment that doesn't feel so good. Oh, that is not in alignment. Take attention away from that. That's what we mean by listening. It isn't that you're reacting to the outside world. Okay, good things happen, bad things happen, neutral things happen, things happen. Let the things happen. True listening is you being aware of what's happening and you being aware of how it feels so that you are following the peace. That's what it means to be the master. And really, that's your only mission here in this life, is to step into that role of being the master creator more and more and more with every experience. And it's really interesting. So one thing that exists in every culture, every tradition, every philosophy, every religion throughout history is the idea that nature teaches us lessons. There are verses in the Bible, for example, about the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. Taoism is all about flowing with nature. The Buddha talked over and over again about the lessons that come from the trees and the flowers and the sky and things like that. You name it. Whatever culture, whatever religion, whatever philosophy, somewhere in there is the idea that nature teaches us. Let's take the concept we just talked about and that concept. Let's combine them. Since everything you experience is a reflection of you, the things that are happening in the natural world is a reflection of you at your core. Because nature continues in those same cycles no matter what happens. To show you the cycle of creation. It is always there as a constant reminder as your cheat sheet. So let's take one of your desires, and I don't care what it is. Financial freedom, more health, better relationships, new opportunities, travel, it doesn't matter what it is. That desire is like a seed. That seed, before you plant it, is infinite potential. It has the desire to become the plant that's stored within it, to fruit, to become that tree, that shrub, that flower, whatever it is. The moment that seed, that desire gets planted in the soil, and gets the sun, the nutrients, the water it needs, something happens. The desire, the seed, starts to dissolve and break apart. Now, it might be a little while before you see anything, because everything's happening underground. Everything is happening in the invisible world. This is where the roots are digging deep and reaching deeper into the ground to find everything they need, gather the energy together to become the tree, the flower, the bush, whatever it is. There, right there, are you listening? Think of your desire. Your desire is that seed. You getting into alignment getting your spirit, heart, and mind on the same frequency with what it feels like to already have that desire, is taking the seed, planting it in the soil, giving it the sun, giving it the water, and it starts growing. And it's interesting that breaking apart, that dissolving of the seed. Yes, the old you that desires that thing is dissolving because the new you that has that thing doesn't have the desire anymore. The seed is gone. Once you have the thing you desire, you don't have that desire. Here's the beauty of this creation cycle. So let's take a tree. A tree, for example, starts as, let's say, an acorn, if it's an oak tree, breaks apart, finally becomes this beautiful tree. And as that tree matures, more acorns fall out of it, more desires. Oh, I created this thing. Now from this thing, I can create this. And those that get planted become new trees, and it keeps going and it keeps going. This is the point of manifesting. This is the point of living in alignment. This is the point of you becoming the master creator. You're meant to create, get new desires, create again, get new desires, create again, get new desires, create again. Just like nature does. Let's take another example from nature. The seasons. The seasons of the year go in the same cycle every year. So wintertime, everything's asleep. You don't really see much growing. Everything is hibernating. This is the time of ideas. This is the time of the conception of new desires. New seeds are resting, ready to dissolve and become a plant if all the conditions are right. This is what happens. Oh, I'm getting all these new ideas. For me, you'll go in the same cycle. Then that early springtime, things just start to sprout. Ooh, some of those ideas are starting to come to life. And some of them will go completely. Then you get later into springtime and they sprout a little bit more. Then you get into summer where it really starts to blossom. Then you get into the fall where you get to harvest. And then comes that time between fall and winter where things kind of die and go to sleep again for the new desire. The same cycle happens for you. And you can take that and look at that as a mirror of your life. Winter being the conception, that early spring being that you just got born, that newborn phase. Then the later spring where you're really just starting to experience the world for the first time is that phase of being a toddler. And then between spring and summer is the childhood phase of I'm just going to play and explore. And then in summertime is the young adult phase where everything is like, yeah, I'm going to go, 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 go. I'm going to create everything in my life. Super exciting. And then that end of summer where, okay, I'm going to settle. These are the things I really want. And that autumn time where, okay, I've got my pattern of life. And that late autumn where I get to harvest all the fruits of my life and then rest. And then life will start again. Are you starting to get it? Everything is here for you. So are you listening? Everything is a reflection of you. Are you listening? Most people are not choosing to listen. It's so much easier to choose to struggle. It really is. Because you don't have to create. You don't have to do anything new. You don't have to step out of comfort zones. You don't have to let go of attachments and beliefs when you're just struggling. That struggle is the easiest thing for your mind to do because it can do it all by itself. Don't need to coordinate with the heart. Don't need to coordinate with the spirit. But at one point, your spirit, your heart, will not be able to keep struggling anymore. And something will happen that's a wake-up call. And this happens to everybody. If you stay stuck in the cycle of struggle too long, some drastic thing happens. And this isn't because it's a punishment. It literally is you waking yourself up. So it goes like this. If you choose not to follow the peace and just react to what you've already created, so all you're doing is that one tree. You're never planting new desires. I've got this one tree. I'm just going to keep with this one tree. All I need is this one tree. I'm just going to nurture this one tree and never grow the entire forest that you're meant to create. You will get omens. Maybe it's a little one at first that says, yeah, this doesn't feel really good. Then it's a little bigger one saying, well, now I've got anxiety and depression and just frustrated. And then a bigger one that says, well, life just sucks. I hate this. You keep getting bigger omens of this isn't for you. You're not meant to struggle until you have an omen that's big enough to get you to listen and change. I wish I could show you how powerful you are. I wish I could show you that you can literally create anything you desire. And it's not created by going out there and hustling and pushing and forcing and fighting and trying to change the outside world. It's created right here. When your spirit, your heart, and your mind are in alignment on the same frequency with whatever that desire is, you have created it. Now, the only thing you do is listen. And as you continue to listen instead of struggle, as you continue to follow the peace, that seed will grow. I'm sure a lot of you who've done visualizations, who've really dug into here's what my desire is, and I've done these techniques, have felt yourself grow internally. And then you go, well, but I haven't seen it on the outside, so maybe it's not real. Just like the seed. You felt the roots internally digging down into the soil. You felt them starting to get the nutrients. That's not the time to dig it up and say, well, I don't think it worked. It didn't grow. Well, yeah, you changed. The roots are there. The you that desires that thing is starting to dissolve for a reason. Because the new you that has it is about to sprout. So trust the process. And everywhere you've been given examples that that's exactly how it works. In every piece of nature. Are you listening? Let me give you a couple practical tips to get you into the listening mode. Or living in alignment. Same thing. It's the times when your mind is the most silent, that you will be closest to source energy that is limitless possibility. And if you stay in that mode as much as possible, that's when creation starts to happen faster. Because what you're doing is taking attention away from feeding what you already have to now putting that attention and energy on allowing the new desire to grow. And yes, there will be times you feel like, oh no, well, my mind says I should be doing something and I'm not doing anything. I'm just being silent and I'm just sitting here meditating, but now I need to do something. You'll know what to do and when to do it. Because it will be an omen of peace. Something will happen. It will feel like peace and you go, oh, guess we're doing that now. I cannot tell you the number of times I have gotten up and gone somewhere that made no sense logically, but I went there and some miracle happened because I followed the peace to get up and go there, or to contact someone, or to show up to a certain place, or to be part of something. I get to live a life where I do not struggle with the outside world. I have all I need, always. My physical health is always improving. My finances are secure. I am free. I am surrounded by people who are deep and connected and who I love, who love me. And it wasn't because I went out there and chased it. It wasn't because I went out there and did anything. I stayed in alignment and listened. And when something felt like peace, I put my attention on that and only that. This is a big act of faith. Your brain is going to scream at you because it's maintaining the old beliefs and attachments of the life you already have and are comfortable with. Remember, we said struggling is the easy route. It really is. Because you don't have to let go of anything to hold on to anything else. I already got this. I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to do anything else. Just going to hold on to this. The moment you start to let go, your brain goes, wait, there's unknown. What do I hold on to? Oh my gosh, what do we believe now? Don't worry about it. Every belief is temporary and every belief is limiting. And your beliefs will shift so that it accommodates who the new you is. long as you choose to live in alignment. And it's not as hard as you've been making it. It really isn't. This is so simple. So simple. Focus your attention and energy on the alignment between your spirit, your heart, and your mind. Whenever you are interacting with the outside world, this is all you do. Be aware of what is happening, accept it as an experience that I created in some way, and then listen. Does it feel like peace? Oh, give it more attention and energy. Does it not feel like peace? Oh, take the attention and energy away from it and go back to being in alignment and focusing on that. This is how you step into your role as the master. And I want to remind you of that Taoist philosophy of the Wu Wei. The master does nothing. And yet through the master, nothing is left undone. So for you to live that life where you are so guided, you do not have to do anything. You just follow the peace and everything happens for you. Your mission is to step into that role of being a master, which is what you're here to be. This journey, there will be a lot of ups and downs. There will be a lot of things that you observe look like they're falling apart. Remember, the you that desires the thing you want has to fall apart, just like the seed does, to become the new you that has that desire. When the fires come through the forest and burn it down, it creates new life and a new forest. You are always teaching yourself through the reflections outside of you. Your only job is to listen and be aware. Anything outside of I'm aware and I'm listening for what feels like peace and only putting my attention there is distraction, attachment, and limiting belief. Yeah, that's a pretty bold statement. But the more that I've let go, the more that I've let go of anything that is not following the peace and living in alignment, the easier my life has become. The less I struggle, the more miracles happen for me on a regular basis. And that's the life you can have too. That's the life you're meant to have. That state of bliss, of peace, of happiness, of joy, of love, of gratitude is your natural state when you've let go of attachments to anything outside of you. And then when you're in that state, it's very easy to know what feels like peace and follow it. It's very easy to hear that small voice inside of you, that voice of intuition. And that's another concept that's taught in almost every religion worldwide. That voice that will guide you when you are still. So for Christianity, it's the Holy Spirit or the still small voice. For Buddhism, it's the Dharma that exists within you. And for Taoism, it is the Tao itself that flows through all things. That energy will guide you because it is you. Your spirit is the energy of creation itself that flows through all things. You are automatically connected to all things. This is why when you stop feeding your attention and energy to what already exists, you can create anything you want. Because you already are everything. I am so grateful for those of you that have been following for a while, and I am so excited for what's coming up. And as I keep sharing these messages, I would love to hear feedback from you. What's going on in your life? What are the things you need help with? Where are the places it's just not clicking for you? Because you created me to help you. I am a reflection of you as well. So reach out. Don't hesitate. I will respond. And thank you so much for being here. See you next time.